So let's go ahead and talk about the problem of the day. Be sure to answer the questions that I ask out loud and think about how your work is the same or different from what we talk about together. Remember, there are lots of ways to represent and solve story problems. Whatever way you represented, what does your representation need to show? Say it out loud. Yeah, it has to show that we have a total of 165 people, right? Because that was the total guests at the wedding. And then from that total, we are dividing it into groups of 9, right? Because they said that each table can hold 9 people. So I'm going to say people at each table. This was our total, 165. And then the thing that we don't know is how many tables, right, or groups that we're going to have. So I'll put ... question mark, and we're trying to figure out how many tables. Okay, great. So how can we solve this problem? Say it out loud. Yeah, we're going to take 165 and we're going to divide it by 9 people at each table or 9 in each group, and that's going to tell us how many tables or how many groups we need. So there's lots of ways to do this we've worked on in the past. We're going to go ahead and practice our abstract sharing together. So that means I'm going to set this up here. We're going to have 165 divided by 9. Over here, I'm going to draw 9 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to start here in the hundreds, right? So we've got 100 to divide into 9 groups. But I can't share 100 into 9 groups, so what should I do? Say it out loud. Yeah, regroup that 100 into tens. So now I'm going to have 16 tens, okay? And then how many tens can I put into each group? Say it out loud. Yeah, I'm going to put 1 10 in each group. 10 times 9 is 90. If I had 20 in each group, 20 times 9 is 180. That's too much. I've only got 16 tens or 160 that I can share. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract the 90 that I did share. That's going to leave 75 left. 75, that's going to be 75 ones because we're done with our tens. And then we know, right, 9 times 8 is 72. So I'll put 8 in each group. Take away the 72 that we shared, and that gives us 3. So we have here 18, remainder 3. Okay, great. So yesterday, there were 3 things that we learned we could do with a remainder in a story problem. What are those 3 things? Say them out loud. Yeah. Sometimes we add a new group. Sometimes we just ignore the remainder. And sometimes the remainder itself is what we give as an answer to the problem. And how do we figure out how to interpret the remainder? Say it out loud. Yeah, read this thinking question with me, right? We thought, what does my remainder represent And what does that mean I should do with it? Okay, so let's think about the answer that we got here to our story problem. What do the 18 and the remainder 3 represent? Say it out loud. Right, the 18, that's the number of tables, right, with 9 people each that are that they need. And this remainder 3, those are the people that are left over. They don't have a table, right? They wouldn't fit at a table with 9 people at it. Okay, so thinking about that, what's that mean we should do with this remainder? If we've got 3 people left over that don't have a table, what should we do with it? Say it out loud. And don't forget to say why. Okay, right. We have to add another group. If we don't add another group, we're going to have these people and they're not going to have anywhere to sit at the wedding. So, what is the actual answer to this problem? Say it out loud. Right. They actually need 19 tables if they're going to have enough tables for everybody to have a place to sit. They'll have 18 tables with 9 people each, and then this leftover table, they'll sit the extra 3 people. Okay, so as you use your thinking questions today to think about what the remainder represents in the story, remember, you've got these 3 options for what you could do with a remainder. You could add a new group, you could ignore it, or you could give the remainder itself as the answer. All right, let's try another problem where you're going to need to interpret your remainder again.